you're going to be leaving this flat soon now. Is there anything else that you'd like to document and something important in this flat that you?
Well, I'd like to point out this beautiful painting, which, I mean, I'm going to be bringing the painting with me to my next flat. But this painting does have a story, and I really think it's a very beautiful work of art.
Well, who did this?
So it's a homeless painter.
All right.
And in fact, I met him, I would say I encountered him late at night in Mallestrana.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking home. I remember I was somehow depressed and lonely and wondering about my life. And I came, around the corner, and there was a kind of arched passage, and I suddenly saw this homeless guy. He looked dirty and disheveled, and he had this backpack on. And then I saw that he was painting 2 paintings at the same moment. So he was just literally he had his little makeshift palette, and he had one of the paintings propped on this makeshift, what do you call that?
Canvas.
Well, not the canvas, but the easel. Makeshift easel.
Right.
Makeshift easel. He had the canvas propped on this makeshift easel. Then he was just dashing, from one painting to the next, and working on both at the same time. And he had headphones on, and he saw me, and he just glanced over. And there was something about, I think, my interest in him, my genuine interest, that appealed to him. So he just walked slowly over to me, took off his headphones, put them on me, so I could hear his music. And he took his Walkman and he gave me the Walkman, and I was just listening to his music. And he just continued painting, and I watched him. And I liked both his paintings, but one painting in particular was just so beautiful. These ghostly faces emerging from the tides of paint. And I subsequently said, it turned out we didn't have much shared language between us, but I made him, made myself clear. He's welcome to come to my house. He can have a nice rest, at least. So brought him to my house. He sat in the kitchen. I offered him the bed to lie down and rest, but he didn't want to. He just wanted to work. So he just kept working, painting. I fell asleep in the kitchen, in another chair. Woke up in the morning, he was still painting. And I decided that I would try to help him. And I, again, through my broken Czech and his broken English, I communicated to him the fact that I had a friend who had a gallery. We could take his works there and try to sell them, And I took him the next day to the gallery. And unfortunately, as it turned out, the gallery that I brought him to was just for tourists, They just wanted very commercial work. They could sell quickly. And his work, which I find very beautiful, they weren't interested in.
No.
And subsequently after that, this painter would come to my flat, usually every 2-3 weeks, and just ring the bell. I'd come down, he was there, and I would just literally, whatever money I had, available, which wasn't often very much, but I would give him money, and he'd give me the paintings. And that was an exchange that went on for probably about a year and a half. And then I had my last meeting with him and bought my last painting from him, and I haven't seen him since.
All right.
And I heard from someone else that he died. But because of the fact that I don't really even know his name, and the other person just described a painter who died, I'm still not sure if he's dead. Still not sure, but I think he's a genuine talent.
There we go.
Genuine soul.
So you're going to take this with you when you leave?
Yes. That's a good part of some art. We can bring it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What shall we end this video with?
Well, I think
a poem.
End with something simple. Okay, well, yeah, poem's a good idea, but I want to show you one other thing.
Okay. Anything you got.
So first of all, I've got a couple butterflies. I just want to comment that I did not buy them because I wouldn't want to support their death. But I found them. I found them late at night. You know, they were just discarded. These framed butterflies. I got another one in the other room, and I think they're so beautiful. At this point, I feel it would be worse to just, you know, let them be taken away to the garbage.
Yeah.
They are the art of nature. I want to show you guys something that, you know, I got in Greece, and it's actually invented by Pythagoras, and it's from the island of Samos.
Right.
And he basically got pissed off because his friends would always pour more wine for themselves. And he just said, damn it, I don't want my friends to always pour more wine for themselves. So he invented this cup for them. And as soon as you reach a certain threshold, it all drains out. Which again brings us to a wonderful statement of Gandhi. There's more than enough for every man's need, but not for every man's greed. So if you're not greedy, you'll have enough.